Every child has the right to be included, not excluded.
Communicate to each other, and then just the deaf children, we can all communicate with the hearing as well as the non-hearing.
Everybody should be equal no matter what hearing or impediments they have. We're all sort of encouraged to help each other's neighbours as such and help one another. Why not help the deaf people?
As anyone with any kind of disability deserves a step up and deserves to be helped out.
Humans are built to communicate. That is the core reason that we have been such a successful species, because we can communicate. So I think arguably if you can have a different type of communication, it's always going to be a good thing.
Why is BSL important to learn in school?
It makes a huge difference to all children. The hearing impaired children here, because we have a mainstream school with hearing impaired children in it, obviously the BSL for them makes them so they can access the lessons. But for the hearing children, then if they can do it, then they too can interact with the hearing impaired. But also if they actually can learn sign, because the communicators are in the lessons, and we change the language from this really technical language into an easier method for them to understand, the hearing children would also get the leg up with that as well. So that would help them. For hearing children, I think it lifts confidence, because it's a very visual language. You kind of got to be a bit of a clown to learn it in the first place. I remember my very first lesson, the tutor had me sewing my lip up and pretending I've got a box and threading a needle, because it is very much a hands-on language. So to lift their self-confidence, their self-esteem, I think that would work for those as well. And the fact then that they could interact with both the deaf children, it just builds a better community within the school for them.
Using some signs, some gesture for all children has huge benefits. Creating the environment that's good for listening and watching for deaf children only makes it even better for hearing children. If the hearing child has a little dip in their hearing loss, you've already got everything there to look after them and to give them support. And often when we're signing, we often find there'll be a pocket of hearing children that watch a sign, because the signs make sense and help them to learn.
But if we were able to communicate together, I mean, it stands to reason the communication is opened between everybody, and it just gives the other children a scope and a breadth to their communication and their learning that they didn't have before, and at the moment they're closed off to it. But if they were given a chance to use it and to use it properly in a classroom environment where it was useful and engaging, I think that would be really great. Everybody sharing in that same communication style, mixing in between verbal and hand signs.
Well, we've had so many students that wanted to do it at school, but there's barriers for them. It's getting here, it's parents collecting them. They haven't got the time, they've probably got even more studies to do or homework. There's so many, not excuses, but things that are stopping them. If it's in school and they're in school, you're using valuable time to teach it, you know. I think it's a no-brainer really. We're supposed to be making everything accessible for everybody, so why not make it accessible in school time?
There's so many reasons, so many positive impacts it would have. The first is I think students would really enjoy it, and I think they'd really appreciate it. Every student I know who's done a sign language course loves it and loves showing off those skills and abilities. I think it'd help with kids' cognitive abilities. You know, it helps them understand how to communicate more effectively in completely different ways, completely unusual ways. It's not the same, I don't think, as learning Spanish. I think it's a different sort of cognitive process that's involved, and that also has benefits. Pros and cons table, you can see it's got far more benefits than would be outweighed by any negatives there.
I mean, it's like going to a foreign country and saying you know a little bit of French to talk to people, knowing a little bit of sign language to be able to communicate with people in future. It was always better, and it shows that you've tried to put some effort into accepting everybody.
not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
Important that, despite the government's rejections to get British Sign Language into national curriculum, that especially within an area like Derbyshire, where we do have the highest number of deaf and hard of hearing people, that it needs to be implemented so people of hearing and deaf communities can interact.
That you should take BSL because it's better than just lip reading. It's not just that as well, it's to make great fun.